Hello, hello. Hi, this is Attorney Jenner Hines. Let me just put this to the side here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Hi, welcome in. Okay, hi everyone. So I am Attorney Jenner Hines. I am a criminal defense attorney and the owner of Advocate Law Firm in Miami, Florida. And today I want to talk about when is the right time to hire a criminal attorney. This situation came up recently, a few days ago, where I had a client who has multiple properties across the United States, and one of his local properties got raided by the police. So, of course, he has cameras set up at his property, so we were able to see that they came in full gear. They went inside, they searched the apartment, they took some items from the apartment, but at this point, there's no search warrant for my client. No arrest warrant for my client. There is nothing, no case, no anything. My client doesn't have any criminal record. And the search warrant was for the property, right? So it's no attachment to my actual client. But my client had this concern. As we spoke about it, I got a hold of the search warrants and was able to see what the allegations were and why that search was authorized. And my client had this concern that if we were to do anything, that it would make him look perhaps guilty. And a lot of people have this mindset a lot of times, especially people who are not super familiar with the criminal justice system, people who have never been in trouble before, have this idea about um, either not cooperating or not opposing the police as a strategy for not making themselves look guilty. Now, of course, my recommendation in this case was that we should go ahead and challenge the search warrant. We should go and figure out what the affidavit is and what the actual facts were that were brought before the court so that we can suppress that before anything goes further. But what I see oftentimes is where I see this come up a lot is whenever there is consent being sought. So, for example, if somebody is pulled over, police ask to search the car, or if police show up to your house and they say, "Oh, can we come in and take a look?" Right? A lot of times people feel this pressure from this authority figure and just think, well, maybe if I let them look, or maybe if I consent, they will see that I'm cooperative and they will be less likely to prosecute me or charge me or arrest me. And here's what I say in those search cases. This case is a bit different, but I'll say in those search cases, that is the worst thing you can do is to consent. Because most of the times, if they're asking you for consent, it's because they don't have a reason or they don't have enough of a reason and they're looking for a reason, or they have some reason and they're looking for more. So they're looking for more evidence. They're looking for more probable cause. They're looking for more like grounds or additional information that they can use to make their case against you stronger. Or they may have nothing. So consenting to a search in that situation will never benefit you. Even if everything is completely clean and you didn't do anything wrong, they most likely will go in and they'll search your stuff and they'll mess stuff up, and then they're even more inclined a lot of times to try to find something against you because they also don't want to they want to be able to justify why they did what they did. And so it's just not in your best interest to do that. And in this case, the same rationale applies. The idea of cooperating with police or not opposing the police because you think doing so will make you look guilty is one thing that gets people in trouble so often. So, what is the actual mindset to have? The actual mindset is I'm going to protect my rights regardless. And you can even say, my lawyer would kill me if I consent to this, right? In those situations. But when we're dealing with something like this, the question is, do I sit back and just see what happens? Or do I take some action, right? So the question remains, when is the best time to hire a criminal defense attorney? Best time to hire a criminal defense attorney is the moment you think there is any possible reason for you to need an attorney. So the thing about it is, majority of the time, a consultation is free. I can't speak for all lawyers, but at least I can say for me, my law firm, consultations are always free. Number one, we need to make sure that we can actually help you, that you actually need an attorney. And we also want to make sure that you're a good fit for us. So we don't just take any case. Like, we are specific about the type of cases we take. We take cases we can win. We like to win. So that is an important time for us to have a conversation and figure out, okay, what do we do? What's the best thing to do? And in this instance, like I said, I advise my client, like, no, you need to do something. And what that will do is it will allow us to start taking actions now. The longer you wait to hire an attorney, the more difficult you can make it on yourself. And also, the more you lessen your chances of being successful in the end. So, take my client's situation, for example. My client right now had his place searched. There's no warrant for him. There's no case. There's nothing there. If I can go in and look at the terms, look at the facts that allow them to authorize this, then I will be able to challenge that and get whatever they found thrown out before it gets anywhere, before my client is arrested, before any cases are brought, and before they even have a chance to put up a real investigation. So the longer you wait, remember, at all times they're doing their job. So from the moment they went and got that search warrant, they're building their case, they're working on it. Every day that passes, they're continuing to work on it. So that means their case is getting stronger, the evidence against you is getting stronger, while you, on the other hand, are not moving, right? So you want to make sure that if they're moving, you're moving too. And people get concerned about, like, okay, maybe they'll fight harder. Actually, if you hire an attorney who's competent and is a good attorney, and you start fighting the basis of whatever they're doing as early as possible, what you're doing is you're giving yourself multiple chances down the road. So say, for example, we go ahead and we wait, right? We do nothing at this stage. We have now lost the opportunity to challenge the search warrant, right? So, okay, so we skip that stage. Now they're going to have a warrant for his arrest. And to be honest, a lot of times people think, oh, maybe if I don't do anything, they're going to sit back. If they went and did a search warrant and they went and did a search, best believe they're very intent on bringing a case against you. Waiting is not going to help you at all. So say we wait and now there's a search warrant. Well, now we've missed not a search warrant, sorry. Say we wait and now there's a warrant for his arrest. We have now missed the opportunity to challenge the search warrant at the beginning. And now we can challenge the arrest. But let's say we don't do that. Say we wait. Now you get arrested, you're in jail. Now we have to go about the bail process, right? You have to bond yourself out. Now you may be in custody, you may not be released. That's a whole bag of other problems. Let's say we wait even longer than that. You wait till arraignment. You go to an arraignment and now you have a public defender that's speaking on your behalf. You've lost the opportunity to pre-file, try to handle the case, to negotiate with the state before it gets to a filing decision. And the longer you wait, the more it goes on, right? And so I always recommend, you're not an attorney. I'm assuming you're not an attorney. You're not a criminal defense attorney watching this. But if you're not a criminal defense attorney, like, why even risk it? Just call a criminal defense attorney, let them let you know what your options are, speak to a few if you want to, and get the best information that you can. But it costs nothing to talk to someone. They'll give you great advice on what to do. You can make your decision, but the sooner you can get it done, the better chances you have, number one. And also, you take it off your plate. So, my client right now seems to be chill about everything, but that is a very stressful position to be in. You have no idea if they're going to come after you. You have no idea why this happened. You're speculating about whether, oh, did this person do this? Did that person do that? Like, how did that happen? Just get a lawyer and get it handled. So that is my advice for today on this. I would say I leave our information below if you want to get in contact with us. If you have any legal issues in the Miami-Dade area, we're always here to help. Our consultations are always free. If you are an attorney, because I do know attorneys watch my content, this is not geared towards attorneys, but if you are an attorney and you're actually looking for some of my programs, I'll always leave that on the channel information as well, so you can check that out. Again, my name is Jenner Hines. If there are any questions that you have about this topic or any other topics you want me to cover in the future, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And thank you for joining and watching till the end. Take care.